Hey guys, I'd like to thank a couple of you for writing in on the video I posted yesterday about how to be motivated or how to become motivated. It was brought to my attention that some people wanted a little bit more emphasis on the fitness aspect of it instead of being motivated in general or more career oriented. When it comes to fitness and being motivated to be healthy or to get in better shape and things like that, it's actually really easy, right? Everybody wakes up saying that, oh, I wish my body looked like this, or I wish my arms looked this way, or my back looked this way, and things like that. So that's already motivation enough for you to know that you want to kind of get up and to change the way that you look. Now, where a lot of people have their downfall when it comes to getting fit and getting, healthy, basically, they're not mentally ready for the struggle that's going to happen. Right now, again, going back to the other video, it's not necessarily what it is that you're doing, and it's not necessarily what the goals are that you have set for yourself, but it matters of the amount of effort that you were willing to put in to actually achieve those goals. So for fitness, there's a couple of aspects that you're going to fall into. Number one, dieting is not as hard as people make it seem to be, but dieting is still difficult. The largest component of dieting that is difficult is actually breaking those bad habits. And mainly it's breaking the urge and the habits to be like, oh, I want something easy, so I'm going to go to McDonald's, or I'm going to go get, fries from this place or ice cream from this place because it's a nice hot day. You need to have that willpower to actually say no to those cravings. You have to be willing to go through that struggle to fight those cravings and to have those physical withdrawals from sugar, for example, and caffeine, for another example, in order to achieve your ultimate goal, which is whether it's losing 5 pounds, 10, 15, 20 pounds, or, gaining that six pack or getting a big chest or a nice looking back or whatever the case is. So it's really about the steps that you're willing to take in order to get there. Now, how do you stay motivated? That is literally all about your drive. How bad do you actually want to get these goals? Because again, even if you got a personal trainer, if you have a nutritionist, if you have everything, it really always comes down to you, right? How bad do you want this? Because what you'll find is that, okay, I'm going to get a personal trainer and he's going to yell at me and then he's going to do this and this and this. And okay, you're going to find that and you're going to pay an arm and a leg for that as well. But ultimately, in the end of it, is it the trainer that's doing the work or is it you? Also, in the end of it, are you not going to get sick of someone yelling at you and telling you that you're not doing enough and telling you that you have to go harder and this and that? At certain points, you're going to find yourself getting discouraged, saying, oh, I'm working so hard and I'm, at the gym for an hour and a half every day and I'm dieting and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And at the same time, you're still not losing that weight or you're still not cutting those inches. At times, your body will resist. At times, your body's going to hold on to the weight. And then all of a sudden, one day, you wake up and it's all gone. I don't really know why it happens that way. There is no scientific explanation or evidence behind it. But at times, the weight melts off. Everybody has a different body type. Right, some people, you ever heard of ectomorphs and mesomorphs and stuff like that? These are different body types, different body shapes. They all need a different way to work out in order to get results. So that also means if you're working out the exact same way and not getting results, then that style probably is not meant for your body type, and you also need to be changing that. So again, going back to the original talk, how do you stay motivated? How do you get motivated? What is it that you have to do to get to your goals? Now, again, that all comes back down to you. What is it that you're willing to do? How many excuses are you going to make before you actually say, okay, enough is enough and I'm going to break these habits, right? How many times does someone have to drag you to the gym before you wake up one day saying, okay, I'm going to do this on my own? Right? For a lot of people watching this are going to say, well, this isn't helping getting me motivated. This isn't helping finding out how to stay motivated and becoming motivated, right? The problem with that type of mentality is that there is never anybody that's going to be out there, and there should never be anybody out there that is willing and is going to be able to give you and spoon feed you all your results. Again, going back to the other video, if it's not difficult, it's not going to be worth getting. If you were to just wake up one morning and be in shape, do you think you'll desire to be in that shape? No, you won't, right? You're always desiring something that you do not have, something that you have to literally work for to get. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, that's complete BS. If someone gave me $1 million, I would accept it today and yada, yada, yada. Well, you know what? There's that whole concept and the whole story behind winning that $1 million. And people always say, would you still continue to go to work? or would you retire, right? $1 million isn't going to last forever, right? If you buy a house, if you buy a car, guess what? Your $1 million is gone. So what are you going to do after that? You are now in a place where you have to go back to work, right? So even if everyone gives you the answers still aren't good enough. You still have to put in that work. You still have to put in the effort in order to get the results. And then when you do receive those results, then all of a sudden they become rewarding. And then all of a sudden your new physique or your new body shape or your new health all of a sudden becomes a reward, and it's satisfactory in itself. After at that point, your goals will change. Whether it is losing more weight, whether it's getting into better shape, whether it's doing a fitness show, whether it's, getting a new job or anything like that, things will change. But again, it always comes down to your willpower. How much are you willing to put in? If you do the work, you will get the results. There is no question about it. But if you give up, that is the only way to guarantee yourself to not get your results. Now, if you have trouble to find motivation, if you're having trouble to actually become into the state of being motivated, then again, you got to go back to those questions that we were asking earlier, right? How do you perceive yourself? Where do you want to see yourself in 10 years from now? How do other people perceive you when they look at you? Those are the things that we want to change about ourselves. Like, for example, if someone looks at me and they tell me that I'm an out of shape individual, then I want to work on that. I want to work on the fact that I do not look appealing or appeasing to the people in my surroundings. If people tell me that I have a bad attitude or that I have a chip on my shoulder, then I also want to work on that. I want to make sure that the people who I am interacting with on a daily basis see me as approachable and don't see me as an individual who is going to harp on them or just hate on every situation and things like that. So maybe you need to become more into an accepting state of mind in order to have that motivation, in order to get you to go to the next step. Without that, it will be difficult.